Hello everyone. So the other day I received a threatening spam email. Now I could have just deleted it, but why pass up the opportunity to really break into this work of literature that was presented to me in my junk box? So today I present to you an academic analysis of a threatening spam email. This email was sent to me by a Cora Young, and the subject title is "So many things are independent upon us." ... So let's begin with a reading. These aren't even reading glasses, these are slightly like tinted glasses that I bought off of Amazon because apparently they reduce eye strain. Have issues to resolve with you, Christy Koo. It's not going to take too long for you to go through and will definitely take your awareness. How would you feel when all your relatives, all good friends, will see you taking proper care of yourself? How would they really feel is the correct question here. You see where I'm going with this one? I've poisoned certain porn internet sites with a virus that steals all data from your machine and gets an access to its webcams and lots more. Therefore today, I have a video clip of you masturbating and a film you wanked to, as well as all your personal contact info. This is your job email, which I've found on your personal device. BTW. Okay, last one. I have additionally edited the video to fit on one display screen. Therefore, it will be much more comfortable to enjoy for everybody. Anyway, if you want me to delete all your contacts with the video clip itself, this is my BTC cryptocurrency wallet address. 150 TPC 4HEJQPZFQYFDHRBJW6BSDJXEGAQQ. Make sure you won't include no spaces or different symbols. You can quickly get the details on the internet on how you can use this payment method if you have no clue how it's done. 470 is the total in United States dollar I need to leave you alone permanently. This email has hidden monitoring tool inside, and I will know when you are going to open it, and from that minute on, you will receive 4 days to make up your mind. I promise that each contact coming from your list will see this footage, if perhaps for some reason I will not receive my cash. You are welcome to make contact with your local authorities or whoever. I doubt that it can help. And the email ends there. So let's really analyze this email and break it down one step at a time. Now the first sentence, it reads as considerate, respectful towards my personal schedule. However, it's actually the first display of what I call faux casualness. Now, faux casualness is the charade of apathy to paradoxically display one's power over another. By withholding immediate use of this power and instead baiting the subject, increases the sense of power held over the subject. Basically, it's a fancy term I made up for the word bluffing. Now, in this case example, these issues to resolve will not take up much time because the power Cora Young, the power she wields is so great, she doesn't need time. I would now like to draw you to the second sentence. How would you feel when all your relatives or good friends will see you taking proper care of yourself? We only realize that this sentence is a double entendre in retrospect, thus adding to the overtones of subterfuge that run throughout her writing. In fact, her message really requires several rereadings to really observe the messages buried within the text. Madam Young asks a question and then immediately corrects herself with the real question. Now this echoes Althusser's theory of illusions of choice. You are presented with what appears to be multiple choices, but really, there is no choice. In the second paragraph, she asks, "You see where I'm going with this one," thus posing yet another question despite correcting her previous question with a question. She immediately reveals the gun she was holding all along. A scandalous video. Now here we see a subversion of conventional suspense building. The haze had barely built up before she then revealed the ticking bomb that was under her coat. Now you can see that she's written, "I've poisoned certain porn internet sites." Note that she uses the word poison. Not the word hack, not the word bug, but instead poison. It's a more organic word that transformed this electronic threat to a more human one. It's become more personal, a more corporeal threat upon the body. I do like how they've given me an entire sentence on its own explaining my own email address to me, and it isn't my work email, BTW. In fact, let's focus in on BTW. BTW is yet another example of faux casualness. Professor Young casually drops in that she obtained my email address from my personal device, and absolutely not how I put an email address in my social media bios due to the nature of my work, which requires me to be easily contactable by people who are reaching out to me. And this clearly comes at a price. BTW. Now, as thoughtful as it is that she appears to have edited the video to fit on one display screen, in all my years as a videographer, I've never seen a video that would only fit on 2+ display screens. So if someone could call up James Cameron and let him know that this is something you can do, and could you also give him this video that apparently Quora has, and so he can monetize it, because London life is expensive. Dr. Young then forces us to be independent pursuers of knowledge. Even though she is the one demanding money, the act of educating us on this new topic of cryptocurrency, it's beneath her. We need to obtain this knowledge by ourselves in order to send her the money. Not only is there a monetary and financial burden placed upon us, but we are also burdened intellectually. We are challenged intellectually. Although, let's be real, we're not the ones intellectually challenged here. Focus in on the last sentence of the 5th paragraph. Note the amount they request. 470 United States dollar. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's an oddly specific number, isn't it? Upon Googling, see, I have become the independent pursuer of knowledge Mademoiselle Young wanted all this time. I dug deep. I clicked on the first link, and I found that 470 is the angel number of good fortune. Minister Young is pursuing fortune, whilst remaining true to her beliefs and her personal pursuit of spirituality. In the penultimate paragraph of her email, Reverend Young tells us that this email has this magical hidden monitoring tool, thus revealing the hidden knife dangling above our heads all this time. Too distracted were we by the gun held at us. We did not notice this additional time-conscious threat all along. We were in a panopticon, and not only were they watching us back, they also had a sniper on us. The red light trained on us, the gun attached to a ticking clock that could pull the trigger. I don't know how weapons work. We return to numbers again. Note how the number 4 is repeated, but also capitalized to emphasize its importance. According to the same source that I used before, this number relates to persistence and consistency, traits Young is clearly embodying. But also, the number 4 means death in Chinese superstitions. Thus, Quora Young embraces multicultural numerology. Quora Young alludes to this supposed contact list that I have. I do wish that she would share it with me, because it would make personal event planning a hell of a lot easier. I would no longer have to try and remember who it is that I know and how do I actually contact them. But hey, Quora Young is chasing her dreams and her fortunes. The bluff in the very final paragraph is the final display of faux casualness. Particularly the line, contact your local authorities or whoever. Or whoever? Whoever! This displays a total disregard for jurisdictions, for established order. Young is an anarchistic peacock displaying her tail feathers of digital blackmail. The email doesn't even end with a sign-off, leaving the reader suspended without closure. So in conclusion, this email has been a case study in the behavioral performance of faux casualness, a contradictory display of power through revelations, through baiting, through double entendres and falsely diffusing the severity of the situation. However, despite using overt and covert threats, Koryoung never loses her spirituality, using numerology to keep her subtly grounded as she looks towards the stars. Thank you all very much for watching, and BTW, I'm off to take my 470 United States dollar and I'm gonna go masturbate. Good night. This is the one I come back to. Therefore, today I have a video clip of you masturbating. Therefore, today I have a video. Okay, no, I can do this. Therefore, today I have a video clip of you masturbating. Masturbating. Oh, this person needs Jesus.